My name is Benharouch. I'm 40 years old. I live here now in Israel. I'm married and I have 5 beautiful kids. I've had the good fortune to partner with Dr. Canady to help me treat a pretty rare medical condition called liposarcoma myxoid. I'm originally from France. At the age of 20 years old, in Marseille, south of France, I was diagnosed with a rare type of cancer called liposarcoma myxoid. Around 10 years after my first surgery, I was diagnosed with a recurrence in Los Angeles. Immediately after the surgery, 3 months after, I was already diagnosed with a recurrence. It was decided in late 2018 we should start acting. That's when the oncologist at UCLA suggested a number of options, and one of them being immunotherapy with, at that time, what we believe was a safe route. Unfortunately, it didn't work at all. It was a disastrous side effect as my pancreas got essentially killed and I became diabetic type 1. At the very same time, I was traveling the US, speaking with UCLA, MSKCC, Sloan Kettering in New York, MD Anderson in Texas. And every time the outcome of those conversations was essentially the same, which was negative. Negative in 2 ways. One, the outcome would either be very hurtful or there was no outcome altogether. So as I'm going through all this, I get to have a conversation with a very good friend of the family and of mine. He introduces me to Dr. Canady. And Dr. Canady tells me about his revolutionary invention, revolutionary technology, something so advanced that essentially nobody that I was speaking to knew about at that time. This new technology, cold plasma, was something that I was very excited about. After hearing about all the benefits, I decide with my family and also Dr. Canady that it would be in my best interest to pursue that avenue and to use cold plasma as a way to possibly heal. But the only way for me to make this happen quickly and efficiently was to undergo the treatment in Israel. We partnered with Sheba Medical Center, the largest public hospital in Israel. I had the good fortune to meet and work with Professor Aviram Nissan and his entire team. I received treatments there, and that led me to the big surgery where I received also another technology called IORT, intraoperative radiotherapy. And the cherry on the cake, really ends up being the cold plasma. Went from a very complicated case to tumor-free. It's been almost 3 years today. My wife and my kids are forever grateful that we stumbled upon, Dr. Canady and the cold plasma. And I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever that cold plasma is what sealed the deal for me in terms of being cancer-free and pain-free as well. No side effect whatsoever noticed from the day I had the surgery until today. And I'm unbelievably grateful to Sheba, to Professor Nissan, to Dr. Canady, to the USMI team who was generous and I guess professional enough to stop everything in life and shift their priorities to come here. That added a layer of comfort to me. It was a surgery, so to speak. Nothing that could necessarily mean that an entire team, would come here and forget everything about their life and their work and everything that that goes with it. And it is, I think, a testament to their commitment and to the excellence of their work, to their values, and that correlates, so well to the personality of Dr. Canady altogether. So to the entire team and all their efforts and what they did for me, thank you so very much. Dr. Canady partnered with a fantastic team on site, led by the Professor Aviram Nissan, who I believe also has done a wonderful job, before, during, and after the surgery. His track record is stellar, just like that of Dr. Canady, and I'm unbelievably thankful to Professor Aviram as well and his team. They did a wonderful job. I couldn't recommend enough cold plasma to any patient that has cancer, especially those with recurrences. I am the living proof that this technology works and that it's side effect less, that it's pain-free. I believe that this is a very advanced technology that is tremendously beneficial, and there's no downside to it. To me, this is really the holy grail of cancer treatment. To the patients that decided to use cold plasma when it was something entirely new, a profound and sincere thank you. Thank you, because it's not always easy to go after something that no one heard before. And cold plasma was something that just nobody dealt with years ago, and some decided to take the step, and for that I'm truly grateful. The most important thing to me before I started this whole thing was, what is it that I can do to give a chance to my wife and my kids to see me for more time. And today I live my life in a way that I feel I'm going to live forever. And that's a feeling I never had, for the past 20 years until, I got to meet Dr. Canady and Shiba and everybody else who helped me. If the cold plasma was a person, I would tell the cold plasma and Dr. Canady that I want to believe that they saved my life, and I'll never forget it, and I'm forever grateful.